Assalamu alaikum, dear friends. I am Engineer Saifullah, and you are watching Civil Engineer at Site YouTube channel. So today I am here with you in a live session to answer your questions about visa problems, Iqama professions, Neom city project, jobs market in Saudi Arabia, and many more. I will try to clear your confusions about civil engineers or any other engineer's life in Saudi Arabia. How to get a job in Saudi Arabia as a pressure engineer. Fresher engineer mean fresher in Saudi Arabia, not as a freshly graduate. Why? Because if you have a 6 or 7 or 10-year experience, but it is in your home country, so it's mean that you are fresh in Saudi Arabia. So, and you know that Indian experience, Pakistani experience, or any other Asian countries' experience are not counted in Saudi Arabia. So, for that, what you have to do to get the job in Saudi Arabia? Abdullah Tahir, Assalamu alaikum sir, which is high paying and demanding in Saudi? Structural engineer or planning engineer? Rajesh, hello sir. Hello Rajesh, how are you? Abdullah Tahir, dear, I will tell you one thing. Structural engineer and planning engineer, quality engineer, site engineering, every engineer is in high demand in Saudi Arabia. But it depends on your experience and your capabilities and your technical knowledge in your field. So if you have experience in structural engineering or planning engineering, one thing I will tell you, try to go to one field and do the best in that field. So you will be in high demand, inshallah. Adil Adi, assalamu alaikum salam, brother. Well, sir, generally, what is your recommendation? Structural engineer and planning engineer both are mostly jobs in which you will be away from the site. Like mostly in a week you have to 1 or 2 site visit. Just as a structural engineer, mostly you will be in the office. It's depend on you. For me, I don't like to sit in the office for a full day, so that's why I am interested in a quality engineer. It depends on your interest, but I will recommend you as a planning engineer. It's good as compared to structural engineer, because you will have a site visits and you will be more in touch with your management, high management of the company and project management team. So that is good, much better than structural engineering. Abdul Qadir, I am electrical engineer and have 8-year experience, 3 years in UAE and 5 years in Pakistan. How much salary can I get? Dear brother, it depends on the region of Saudi Arabia. If you get the job in Neom city, so mostly your salary will be from 10 to 14,000 or 10 to 13,000. But if you get the job in the Riyadh city or Jeddah city, like in cities, not in the remote areas, so your salary will be from 9 to 12,000. आदिल, आपने ड्राइंग के बारे में नहीं बताया कि कैसे रेट करी। आदिल भाई, मैंने ड्राइंग के बारे में एक पूरा सीरीज़ अपलोड कर दिया है, आप जाके प्लेलिस्ट में चेक करें, उसमें पुटिंग के ड्राइंग, कॉलम, स्लैब, वॉल, सारे ड्राइंग्स मौजूद है, तो वहाँ से आपकी सारी कन्फ्यूजन क्लियर हो जाएंगी. वन थिंग, एनीबडी who can ask a question in their language, Urdu, Pashto, Hindi, English, no issue. I will try to answer his question in his language or to explain him better. Rajesh, I have 7+ year experience in oil and gas field as a pipeline project and terminal construction. Okay, Rajesh, but can you tell me that in which country you have experience, like in India or any other Gulf countries? CID. What about Best plant inspector scope and salary. Best plant inspector, it is a good scope and salary are mostly same. But if you are working in a factory, so your job will be permanent as compared to contracting companies, but your salary will be less than as a KVQC engineer who is working with a contracting or consultant company. Islam Power. Dear, I have more than 5 year experience as a site engineer in Pakistan, but I have good knowledge about civil. When I came to KSA, can I prepare CV as a QC inspector? Site engineer KQC? Experience as a site engineer. Yes, you can. Dear, it's not about that you work as a site engineer when you came to Saudi Arabia. You can prepare your CV as a QC inspector, a QC engineer. And mostly, I advise the people who are working in KSA or who are coming to KSA that try to prepare two CVs. One is a site engineer and one is a quality engineer. But try to mention Gulf experience in your CV. And the second thing, you have to write the responsibilities in your CV to the position. Like if you have a site engineer CV, so the responsibility should be relevant to the site engineer. If you are going to prepare a CV for a QA/QC engineer, so you have to write the responsibilities relevant to QA/QC field. Sir, our project management and construction management are same. If not, what is the difference? Dear, project management is not same as construction management. In construction management, you have to manage the execution activities or execution team. In project management, you have to manage everything related to the project. It's about, because you will be as a project, in project you will be as a project manager or project engineer or project manager. So you have to be manage the procurement, engineering, quality, safety. You will be responsible for each and everything in the project. But in construction management, you will be responsible for the everything related to the construction or execution. You have to control the material, site management, and cost and budget management. And cost and budget management will be also related in the project management. Muhammad Sajad, sir, quantity surveying field कैसी? It's best if you have a good experience in quantity surveying, so it's the best field. Shariful Islam. Assalamu alaikum, brother. I have done diploma in civil engineering. Is it possible can get a job for a site engineer or civil former 4 year? Dear, with a 4 year you can get a job as a foreman or supervisor, but you cannot get a job as a site engineer, because mostly in Saudi Arabia, when the profession is the position is a engineer, so they are asking for the bachelor degrees. Talha Tahir, hi sir. Hello dear. Muhammad, salam sir. Wa alaikum salam. Abdullah Tahir, well, construction manager comes under project manager. Yes, construction manager is working under the project manager. Project manager is responsible for the whole project. Talha Tahir, I am a civil engineer worth around 5 years experience. Should I go for a site engineer? Talha Tahir, it depends on your interest, your capabilities, and your experience. But mostly I will prefer that go to the field where you are getting the job, because nowadays the market in Saudi Arabia is tough. I will not say the tough, but it's because jobs are okay. We in Saudi Arabia we have a lot of jobs, but there are a lot of people coming to the KSA. So mostly the companies are getting the experienced people. So one thing I will tell you to all guys, go to the field where you are getting the job. Never miss an opportunity that you are not interested in that field. No issue, you can switch your field later, but the most important thing is job. So where you are getting the job, go to that field. Okay, and one thing I will tell you, because mostly engineers are coming to us and they have issue with the Iqama. Dear brother, I have uploaded I think 1 or 2 videos on this topic in Hindi, Urdu, and also in the English. If your experience after graduation is not 5 years, never go for a Iqama profession engineer, supervisor, or technician. Just come with a labor visa. If you come with a technician, supervisor, civil engineer, or any other engineer visa, it will be not possible to get a Iqama, because for that they need Saudi Council membership, Saudi Council of Engineering membership, and for that, with a graduation, you need 5 years. So you will be in the trouble. So try to get the labor visa if your experience is less than 5 years. Abdullah Tahir, sir, I want to ask, the construction manager completely works on a site under project manager who works in office. Dear, like here, Abdullah, I will clear your confusion. All the it depends on the project, it depends on the company, but I will tell you, no, construction manager is a manager. Under the construction manager, there are senior site engineers, supervisors, foremen who are working at site. But as an engineer, you have to visit the site to check your progress, to check the issues, and to check everything what's going on at site. So for that, you have to visit the site, but it's not that you have to be at site for a full day. As a site engineer, also you have to be in your office to do the office work, because it's not that you have to just go to the site. It's not Pakistan or India to stay at site for a full day, because you have some responsibilities for which you have to be in the office. If you are working as a supervisor or as a foreman, so in this position you have to be at site for a full day. There are rest areas also at site, so you can go for a rest, no issue. But as a construction manager, site engineer, you have office work responsibilities and also some responsibilities at site. Abdullah Tahir, okay, that's good. Talha Tahir, what will be minimum salary per month with that much experience? Talha Tahir. It depends on the region, but with the 5 years experience, you can get a salary from 7 to 10,000 riyal. And what is the scope of plan engineer? It depends on the project, it depends on the company, because dear friends, when you are not in the field in Saudi Arabia, so because I think I change 4 or 5 companies, so the responsibilities, scope of work, everything will be changed when you join another company, another project. Every project, every company has their own scope, has their own organization chart, has their own responsibilities for the engineers. So, but the basic things are the basic responsibilities for engineers. If he is planning engineer, if he is a site engineer, if he is a QA/QC engineer, has same. But there will be small changes in the responsibilities as per the company and as per the project. Zunair said, is it good if someone is not getting a civil engineer side job, he can candidates the search for in Dubai? Yes, dear. To get, there are some people who are not getting the job. They are going to the site as a laborer to get or just to enter the industry. So it's not an issue, but never stay as a supervisor if you are a graduated engineer. If you are not getting the job, go and join the company as a foreman, as a supervisor, no issue. But don't stop your job hunting at that stage, because if you stay site supervisor for 1 year or 2 year, then it will be hard for you to change or switch your field, or just go to site engineer. But the good thing is that get the job as a foreman, as a supervisor, and try to get a job as a site engineer, as a QA/QC engineer. But to be jobless, it's not good. Be a supervisor is better than to be a jobless. Okay. So Zunair said, for few months, no issue. For few months, no issue. We can go to the site as a supervisor. That will be good. But try to get a job as a site engineer, as a QA/QC engineer. Feroz, can I write in Hindi to ask doubt? Yes, dear. Everyone can write in their own language, and I will answer his question on his language. If you can ask in the Hindi, Urdu, no issue for me. I will answer your question in the same language. Abdullah sir, I want to come to Saudi Arabia. I am currently in my fifth semester. What should I do now? So that it will be easy for me to learn KSA after. Dear, if you are in fifth semester, it means that you have around about 3 semesters. Focus on your studies. One thing, try to watch the videos to get the things about the quality or planning or structure, any field which you are interested. But don't go to a specific field. Why? Because when you come to KSA, maybe you will not get a job in that field, so you have to switch the field. So I will tell you one thing here, that try to learn about site engineering, try to learn about quality engineering or as a quality engineer, and also try to learn about the planning engineering like as a Primavera and all the related software or programs. Because when we get concrete from batching plant, what test we should do and how? Dear, for fresh concrete, mostly we are doing outside the slum test and temperature test. But we have a lot of tests for fresh concrete: slum test, temperature test, air content test, okay, and the vibrating test. And also I have uploaded a one video on the test on a fresh concrete, like unit weight test, which we are doing in trial mix, air content test, slum test, temperature test. You can watch that video on my YouTube channel. Zunair, I graduated a year ago and I have 1 year experience. Is it good to go to move to AR? Okay, dear, with 1 year experience, I will advise you to stay in your country and get more experience, because minimum experience needed to work in Saudi Arabia as an engineer is minimum 4 to 5 years or 3 to 5 years. 4 to 5 years mean if you have a 4 year experience, you can write in your CV 5 year, and you have to put 1 year as a training engineer in your country. But the minimum experience is 5 years to work in Saudi Arabia as an engineer. But if you have 3 years, you can try to move to Saudi Arabia. Why? Because maybe you will get a job with small companies. Talha Tahir, do कैसे Dear, for planning engineer, mostly the planning engineer have Primavera, and after that they go for the PMP certification and RMP certification. So try to go to learn more about the Primavera. Muhammad Waqas, which certification is best for KVKS inspector or beginners? Dear, for KVKS inspector or KVKS engineer, try to go for ISO QMS lead editor. CQE certified quality engineer from ASK, American Society of Quality and Excellent. These two certifications are best for a quality professional, and I will upload a detailed videos on this topic inshallah soon. Test should be done by us or technician? No, test should be done by the technician, by third party. One thing I will clear here, every project has the approved third party, okay, and all the tests will be done by the third party. You have to just witness the test, and the third party technician knows everything about the test because he has a certified from the mostly from the ACI. Muhammad Sajjad, do master degree in civil from USA has a benefit in KSA like more salary in. Dear, whatever I learned in this 4 or 5 years in Saudi Arabia, in the advertisement they are asking for a bachelor with experience. So one thing I will tell you, that experience is more better now, as for now, than qualification. If you have a bachelor, qualification doesn't mean that diploma plus experience. No, if you have a bachelor with qualification, so they will hire you. If they ask for the master degree, then that will be much better. But till now, I didn't see advertisement mostly that they are asking for just bachelor with experience. So I have a lot of viewers or subscribers who are contacting me. They have a master degree, but I always advise them to hide your master degree and add that years in your CV as an experience. So that will give you more benefit. Sir, which software I have a grip on, which are popular and used for demanding in case if you want to go to applying? Dear, you know that planning engineer have a basic sort of primary bit. You have to get grip on the Excel. And for the structure, we have SAP, tab, and all the basic softwares. So you have to choose one field and try to do your best in planning and structure. Okay, if you want to go to the planning, so try to focus on planning plus site plus QAQC. So in these three field you will get the job. Okay, or structure, site, or quality. So this will be good and you will get a job easily, inshallah. But for that you should have experience, not just the knowledge or certificates. Muhammad, I have 1 year experience in my country. Can I come on visit to KSA, and is it possible to get a job? Dear, with 1 year experience, I will never advise you to come to Saudi Arabia because you will just waste your money and time. Because mostly they are asking for minimum 3 year experience or 4 5 year experience. Okay, Abdul Rahman. Why we conduct air content test? Any technical? Yes, there is a technical reason. Why we are getting the air content? To try to check that how much air is trapped inside the concrete. To check that how much quantity of air is trapped inside the concrete. For that we are checking the air content test. Okay. And how to do this test you can go to my YouTube channel, you can watch the video there. Sir, if the temperature is greater than 35, then at time what concrete will be rejected. And mostly we are it will not happen, because mostly when you are getting the concrete, they check the temperature and everything in the batching plant also. So it's not, but if it's high, you have to reject. You cannot cast the concrete in 32. Maximum is 32 degrees centigrade, but it's depend on project specification. Some projects or some clients are allowing like to 35 34, but mostly it's 32 degrees centigrade. Okay, how much range of air content test? Maximum it should be 2. How to get a job in KSA if we come there? Dear, how to get a job, it depends on your qualification and experience. Muhammad Talib, Assalamu alaikum sir, wa salam. Tayamullah sir, I have done master in construction technology and management in India, but I'm pressure. How to get a job in Saudi? Dear, as a pressure, if you did a master, so you have to try with the bachelor degree, and you have to add the years of your master as an experience. So after that, there's a chances to get a job. But as a pressure, you show your bachelor and master, it's very hard to get a job. My solar insight. Hi, Sapula brother. I'm electrical engineer and have 3 years experience. I got an offer and first week of job search. The company demand for transfers. Dear, if you have 3 year experience, go for the job. This is the best option, a good option. Try to learn, do the job 1 year there, and after that you can go for high salaries, no issue. But get the job, get the opportunity. Don't miss the opportunity. Sir, this question is not related to civil, but there is a friend of mine sitting with me. His question is, what is the minimum salary in Bin Dawood Mal? So, I have no idea about Bin Dawood Mal. I'm really sorry for that, because you didn't mention the position, you didn't nothing, so how I can answer your question? If you mention the position, so maybe I can answer your question, but like that I don't know. Sorry. Muhammad Talib, I have living experience 2 years in the UAE and 9 in India. Can I get a job? Yes. Mashallah, you have a good experience. But you have to mention more experience in the UAE, and you will get a job, and your salary will be more like from 11 to 14,000 riyal. Sir, what about experience letter in Neom? If no have, then how you see this? Because now I will leave job, so they maybe allow experience letter after 2 3 months. Sir, what about experience letter in Neom? If no have, then how you see this? Apex Digital, you can get experience letter from everywhere. It's not a big issue or not a big deal. But if you have opportunities, you can ask your friend to get experience letter. So they are not checking, they are not going to follow you, or they are not contact the companies for that. But it depends on the companies. If you are getting a job in a high consultant or high in a big companies, so maybe they will contact your companies. Like for example, one of my friends is working in dar engineering. When he submit his CV and certificates, so dark and HR team contact, or my previous company, like my friend previous company, and they ask their manager about his experience there. अब्दुल सितार, मेरा एक दफ़ा रिजेक्ट हो गया है इंटरव्यू पीएमसी से, क्या करूँ भाई साहब? अब्दुल सत्तार भाई, आप काम करें, मुझसे कांटेक्ट करें इंस्टाग्राम पर, वहाँ पे मुझे अपनी इशू बताएं, या दोबारा ट्राई करें, और पूरी तैयारी के साथ जाए। नो इशू। पीएमसी को आप मतलब अपनी जो मैनेजर वगैरह उनके साथ बात थ्रू करें। मतलब रिजेक्ट का मतलब क्या, कोड सी है या कोड डी? क्योंकि नियाम में कोड सी मिल जाए तो उसका मतलब कंप्लाई कमेंट रीसबमिट है। कोड डी मतलब पूरी रिजेक्टेड टू सी प्रोजेक्ट पे आप दोबारा सबमिट नहीं कर सकते। अगर आपका दूसरा वर्क ऑर्डर है तो आप उस दूसरे वर्क ऑर्डर पे भी सबमिट कर सकते हैं। ओके डियर फ्रेंड्स, so inshallah we'll meet you soon in another live session, and thank you so much for your time and for supporting me. And other thing, alhamdulillah, we have completed 10,000 subscribers, so thank you so much for your love and support. Kindly keep loving me, keep supporting me, and I will try to get good things for you to support your career in Saudi Arabia. Thank you so much.